Dead Island was released back in 2009 and became a big hit. Not because of the game itself, but mostly because of a trailer which had deep emotions, and it became viral pretty quickly. A lot of people got curious, like me, and pre-ordered the game. When Dead Island finally was released, it didn't really have that much of a story or character development. It got way overhyped by the trailer. But despite that, it really had some cool ideas, like an open world game filled with zombies and with RPG elements in it. I ended up thinking it might not have been the most entertaining game, but there was some enjoyable parts in it. But the game felt unfinished and was a bit of a disappointment. But I thought every game has flaws, and if they decided to make a sequel, they could improve the flaws. But sadly, Dead Island Riptide turns out to be just more of Dead Island. To be fair, they have added some new characters, which I didn't really care about, and a few new types of zombies. But with that being said, it's just the same, from the repetitive combat to the boring voice acting. The graphics are not mind-blowing, but it certainly doesn't look bad either on an HD TV. I really like the environment, the trees, the landscape, the changing weather. I think it's really great to look at. The sound of nature, like grass and water, is very good in this game. And if you stand still, you can hear if there's a zombie sneaking up behind you. I think it's a big plus and well done. But there could have been a more variety on the zombie sounds. You will hear the same sounds over and over again.
Excuse me, are you Marcus?
I found the voice actor to be pretty decent, but it certainly wasn't believable. I didn't believe that they actually were trapped on an island filled with zombies for one moment.
But that's not important. I was told you know the way to Henderson.
Henderson? Yes, of course I know the way. You just went and fought those things? What if they beat you? Weren't you afraid?
I didn't notice the background music when I played the game that much, but when I did, it set the mood. Sometimes the only things you could hear was the nature and the zombies nearby, and it was really effective. It gets repetitive and a bit boring. You most likely just run past zombies or fast travel to locations. At least I did, because I was tired in the end of dying of all the zombies way too often. I found myself dying a lot, either due to I suck at this game, or that groups of zombies are too overpowered. It was first after I crafted my first customized weapon that I could kill a big zombie that had killed me at least 10 times before. But fighting is just the same, and fighting zombies, which basically is the whole game, gets a bit boring after a while. It is a nice touch that you can import to a save file from the previous Dead Island game. But I still died a lot even though I had many skills from the previous game. I know that games shouldn't be too easy, but it just got too frustrating. The side missions get too repetitive and you have to do the same things over and over again. In the end, I got tired of it and decided to just get done with it. So I completed the other half of the main quest in one sitting, and I actually ended up with enjoying it more than I did before. But the thing that dragged the main quest down was uninteresting and annoying main characters.
Astonishing, really.
You're
A
talking.
truly unfortunate accident. What?
Look, I really don't care.
Dead Island Riptide is not a bad game. I did end up enjoying it even though it has its flaws. But I can't look away from that this game basically has the same flaws and problems as Dead Island had. The repetitive gameplay, the lack of variety, and the fact that killing zombies gets boring after a while. I was not harsh to Dead Island or those areas. because it tried to create an open world zombie game and had some flaws. I was okay with that. But they could have at least tried to fix the flaws or to make more variety in the gameplay in Dead Island Riptide. It seems like they have done nothing to fix the problems that people were complaining about in the first place. But they just took the main game and made more Dead Island out of it. It's basically just a big expansion to Dead Island, but released as a standalone. It would have been more forgiving if it was a cheaper DLC to Dead Island rather than a new game at full price. So the verdict is that if you like Dead Island and want more, you can safely go out and buy Dead Island Riptide. If you are curious about Dead Island, go out and buy the first one. You won't really miss anything out by playing the first one instead of the second. But if you ask me, Dead Island Riptide gets a 4 out of 10, while the original Dead Island would have received a 7 out of 10 because it tried. But Dead Island Riptide copies everything from the original Dead Island, including the flaws, without trying to fix any of them. Thanks for watching my review of Dead Island Riptide. I hope that you have enjoyed it and that you will stay tuned for next time.
Jesus, that was close.
See, that wasn't so bad, was it? If I had a little sweet, I would give you one.
Don't you patronize me, Dr. Kessler.
I was merely trying to lighten the mood. Ugh,